I'm really excited today to be talking to one of my favorite people on the planet, and that is Sensei Hurtsellers, who has a real name, but I just know him as Sensei, but Joe Hurtsellers. And so, Joe, if you want to maybe tell us a little bit about yourself for starters.
Well, sure. Well, I'm a lifetime martial artist, and I started when I was 14 years old, and was one of those kids in the 1970s that thought martial arts would be really cool. And back then they didn't hardly take kids. I think I was probably the youngest one in the dojo, or pretty darn close to it, because we didn't even have a kids class back then, and got started. And once I started, I just loved being the dojo. I like to say I was a dojo rat, and that's where I spent all my time. And as soon as school would be out during the school year, I would go to the dojo. We had a class that started at 6 o'clock, and I would get there about 3:30 and stretch. I had to get warmed up, so I would stretch. I was the only one there most of the time, except my karate teacher, which was Sensei Hanshi Bowles. And of course, he would be doing other things, and I'd be off in the training area. And then as one thing led to another, I got a little bit older, and I had an opportunity to get my first job. And my first job was working for him. I like to tell people, one day the dojo roof started to leak, and he hired me as a teenager to go up and put tar on the roof. And I did that all summer long, but I knew that if I did a good job for him, there'd be other opportunities. And then eventually, right around the age of 16, he hired me to start teaching little intro lessons. And then I did that for a number of years. And then back in the 1980s, I want to say 88, I moved over to Toledo from Fort Wayne, which Fort Wayne was where I was from, and opened the dojo on Reynolds Road, and have been operating the dojo ever since. And I had run a dojo for him for a number of years on State Street in Fort Wayne before I came to Toledo. So I had a little bit of a background in at least the ability to teach and to communicate the mission of martial arts. So I was very blessed.
That's awesome. Fantastic. So martial arts has really been, I mean, not to say it's your whole life, but you've been doing it most of your whole life, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it.